We rolling?
We're rolling.
All right. I don't even know what episode it is. 5? 6? It's episode something of Until Dust Do Us Part. If you think we look tired, you don't even know. We are so tired. Like, this beautiful Can-Am machinery behind us has been kicking our absolute butt. Absolute butt. We have completely framed it, and we're now in the rebuild stage.
Yeah.
And we've just been waiting for parts, and of course, all the parts show up on the same day. Don't break your mic.
Who's Mike?
Mike.
Oh, that Mike.
Yes. So that's been kicking our butt. And then Sand Show at Costa Mesa, Orange County Fairgrounds is this weekend. So we've been doing everything show related, because why do that ahead of time?
No, we don't have ahead of time.
We don't ever have time.
This is our time.
This is our time. But if only you guys could see the stand holding Colt's
We'll
phone.
take a photo and I'll put it in the video, but it's sick.
So it's almost as nice as our table here. Thanks, High Lifter, for these great wheel boxes that still have brand new wheels
High
in them.
Lifter Tire and Wheel.
Yeah, whatever.
Separate.
It's the same name.
Yeah, I know, but it's separate.
It's separate, guys. Come on. Figure it out.
Same
It's
name.
separate.
They're in Louisiana. We're in California.
Separate, not the same. I don't work there.
Yeah.
But anyways, if you think this table is nice, you should see what's holding the phone up.
Yeah, we'll, it's a really expensive phone holder. I think it might be worth more than a lot of tripods that are out on the market. And it's dual purpose. Not only does it hold phones, it can lift some really heavy stuff.
And it might roll away mid-podcast. We're not really sure.
We're just going to go out and say it. It's a Pro Eagle jack.
Mm-hmm.
Floor jack. And it's got such... If you've never seen one, it's got really big tires. And it doesn't get stuck on anything like zip ties or rocks or anything. So We're just waiting for it to careen into the wall.
We're in the race shop, if you can't tell.
Yeah.
Absolute disaster. But the floor is like slightly slanted this way for water runoff.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're up on the
Don't
hill
worry,
behind
I
our
adjusted
house.
the phone with the zip ties on the handle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think they were worried. Anyways, let's get on track here.
Yeah, so we have Sand Show this weekend.
And then we have Silver State 300.
Yep, we do.
We always love that one. It does not love us back.
Usually happens in
lives.
April, but since there was so much water this year, they made it, they rescheduled it.
Correct.
Is the word.
Yes.
The word of the day is reschedule of the year. Because they've rescheduled this. They rescheduled Cal City. And then Parker was real weird. That didn't even happen.
Everything's been rescheduled. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Life has been rescheduled. But before we get into anything else, we want to talk about Vegas Reno. We have been saying that we were going to do a podcast episode or like a race recap about Vegas Reno since it happened, since we got home. And he always has to do this at some point. It should be like a drinking game.
Yeah,
like the stupid shit that Colt does. You have to take a shot.
Every time I say or every time I lick the camera, or not the camera, the mic. Every time I lick Mike.
Yep, you gotta take a shot.
You gotta take a shot of something.
Sorry, guys.
Of Jaeger.
So we were gonna do it the day we got home from Vegas Reno, and then if you didn't hear, Southern California had a freaking hurricane.
Oh.
Hurricane. It was so
Hillary.
scary.
Oh, yeah.
But we were really trying to do our podcast up here in the race shop just to mix it up. And we're in a metal building, so the Hurricane Hillary,
Mm-hmm.
made it way too loud. We tried filming, and then we had my dad just sitting there staring at us, making faces. So it just was not conducive for filming.
I almost jumped in my fucking rowboat and got out of here because it was just coming down.
I didn't know we moved back to Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, we did. We caught some fucking walleye out here in my rowboat.
Okay.
Don't you know?
So anyways, once again, back on track. That might be another drinking game, is how often I have to bring it back. But Vegas to Reno was
a drinking game every time that I switch my accent.
Oh, God. You guys are just going to die.
Yep. You're all dead.
Yeah.
Alcohol poisoning.
Anyways, if you don't follow us super closely, Vegas to Reno rolls around. Colt has to be in Wisconsin for work.
Wisconsin.
Up until like 15 hours before race day. So my dad, my sister, and I went to tech. We went to contingency. We did clutch testing with KWI. Did all of that. Attempt to eat pizza. Attempt to finish the nav because they never released the nav.
Why do we eat
ahead
pizza?
of time.
Just for the people that may not know.
So if you do not eat Italian food the night before a race, you're asking for like an extra horrible race day. It's just a superstition. One time they told me it was okay. We ate Mexican food. We made it like 2 miles. So
Don't
Italian food. Don't mess with your superstitions. Just stick with it. So got the pizza, whatever. Colt finally shows up. He slept. I took medicine and I still did not sleep.
That's normal.
No, but like this was extra. I just did not have like the greatest feeling and I was trying to fight it, and usually I tell Colt and he's like, stop telling me. So I didn't tell him. Come to find out he had the same feeling that it wasn't going to be good.
I did. I just didn't say anything.
We get to the start line. We check everything because we've had weird issues with Bluetooth and nav and everything not communicating. Not like we need it, but just for safety reasons. And we're literally like 5 cars away from taking off the line. And then our fucking Bluetooth stops working. Magically. So I'm sitting there.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm sitting there taking out all the tiny little bolts with like my harness, my helmet, my neck brace on, my gloves. I probably took off my gloves. And
tiny ass, like 5 millimeter, or it might even be smaller than a 5 millimeter.
Like we've already lost one. And then we lost another one, and somehow I found it when we were taking apart the car one day.
Yeah.
But got the nav up and running. We were literally in dust from the second we started. And when I say we were in dust, we were in freaking dust. From the second we started up until our last mile.
Well, I knew it was going to be bad because of all the rain and the snow and the runoff and everything that Nevada had.
He's just a genius.
I know. So anyways, I knew it was going to be like that. But my God, I did not. Vegas to Reno is usually not bad. There's some kind of shitty spots, but trust us, we've raced in Lucerne on the quads in the car. For Hammers, for National Hare and Hound, we've raced in Barstow.
We've raced across the West Coast.
Yeah,
and there was nothing
usually there's
to this dust.
Yeah, I mean, and just for roughness scale, it's usually hasn't been that rough, but there was rocks everywhere, sharp ass rocks.
They're all hidden in the poof dust. Anyways, fast forward. It's going good. It's dusty. We're just taking our time, playing it smart because it's 521 miles, I think it was total. Mm-hmm. So we're like, we're just going to hold a decent pace. We're not going to do anything stupid.
We had to start in the rear. Did we talk about that?
No, because for some reason, they just did not have us on the start form. We weren't able to qualify because Colt was gone. I couldn't take off time from work. So we just took literally rear start. Pro Turbos were supposed to start. It was supposed to be who qualified between Pro Turbos and Unlimited, then Pro Turbos who didn't qualify, then Unlimited that didn't qualify. Well, they just decided to just pick a random spot and throw us in it. I think we were 58th or something ridiculous.
56th.
Something like that. And then I'm like, this isn't right. And then someone else made a comment that it wasn't right. So I went back up and I talked to the people running. I'm like, excuse me, we're behind all of these Unlimited cars
and we're supposed to be in front of
We're
them.
supposed to be in front. And they're like, whatever, get over it. That's where you're starting.
Yeah.
So
we couldn't do anything about
it. With the Bluetooth nav and that, we started out great. But we let it go, whatever. We get to mile 80, and then we started having issues that we have been having since January.
We thought we fixed them.
We thought we figured it out. Get to Mint, made it 120 miles. The issues came back. Of course, nothing's coming up on buds. Nothing's coming up on our AIM system. We paid a lot of money to have these very smart systems.
Yeah, and buds, just so you know, if you're not a Can-Am guy, buds is the system that you plug in with your laptop into the car.
And
it reads everything, diagnosis, all that good stuff.
So anyways, our car thought it would be funny to have an issue that no one could figure out. So we thought we fixed it, didn't. Thought we fixed it again, didn't. We've done testing on testing on testing before.
We did 100 miles before testing out in the heat.
No issues.
And it was over 100 degrees at 11 p.m. No issues at all. Couldn't get it to replicate, so we thought we fixed it. Well, come to find out we didn't. Every time we go around a corner, the car would shut off just like it did before. And so in the back of our heads, you're like, okay, well, it has to be a damn
electrical,
or then we started thinking fuel.
Well, then, yeah, oil. It was. We knew then after we stopped at a pit, checked everything, and then I started really paying attention to like the numbers and when it was shutting off, what type of movement the car was in. So anytime the fuel was sloshing or moving a lot, when the fuel was lower, when we were coming into a pit, the car was running awful. Like it was bogging and then completely shutting off. What are you doing?
How do people have posture? Like, am I supposed to sit like this?
Can you just be normal for like half a second?
No, but can you...
Just do something. Great. So, anyways...
Praying mantis.
Colt, just fuck off right now. God, I know that's everyone's like favorite part about our podcast is to like see how ridiculous he is and how I don't handle it well, but I'm really tired. And I just can't with him right now. Anyways, my God, now I'm getting like pelted in the head with like...
It's hot in here.
I don't know. We're a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, car shuts off, whatever. So we decide we're going to keep the car as full as freaking possible. So almost every pit stop we were filling and topping off the car. That got rid of the problem for the most part. Still had some issues.
On top end, it was bogging like it has before. But like halfway or 3/4 away, not 3/4, about halfway through the race, it just stopped.
No, that was like 3/4 of the way, and it just
whatever.
stopped. Magically, just no issues. But we forgot to mention, if you're a parent, you've seen this little blue truck book, that there's like different versions of it. Well, we were stuck behind a big blue truck, and it was slow as hell.
Mm-hmm.
And it would dust us out. They wouldn't move. Their rear bumper was so high that we couldn't bump them because it would just like go straight to our face. They wouldn't have felt it.
Us anyways.
So big blue truck.
It was like a vintage trophy
truck. We hate
truck.
you. We hate you.
You're probably good people, but when we did catch them, they moved. When they finally saw us around a corner, like, oh, didn't see you there.
Because we have no mirrors.
Yeah. And if we did, they were gone because you can't see shit. So
we literally got, every time we'd pass them, and then we like blew the belt. And then we passed them, and then we were diagnosing things in the pit. Then we passed them again, and then we had to change a tire. For the first time ever in 4 years racing UTVs, we had to get out and change a tire on the track. And that sucked.
It did.
Anyways, fast forward because we're trying to make
Mosquito.
this. Where?
By your leg.
Just get it.
No, like down there. I can't get it.
I think that's what was hitting me in the head. Anyways.
Mosquito.
It was like hitting me in the forehead. Anyways, we make it past everyone again. It's night. There was this really long, like, unmarked speed zone. We got passed in the speed zone. Trackers weren't working.
We're not going to say who passed us. It's not our deal.
And it was bullshit because it was 25 miles per hour for 8 miles, and they passed us going race speed. Past multiple cars. Anyways, we have 20 miles left. I'm like, fuck, we're so close. 20 miles left. Like, let's get out of here. I'm tired.
Let's go, motherfucker. It's like midnight.
And then it wasn't even midnight. Yeah, it was like 11:30. And then all of a sudden, we feel like the car kind of drop. And then it sounded like we ripped up a tire and that we were driving on the wheel.
It sounded like fucking like marbles had exploded.
It literally was like all you could hear was metal to the ground. Mm-hmm. And then we go to take like a right turn, and we're in the mountain section. The last like 20 miles of Vegas to Reno is straight mountain, cliffs. With all the rain, like usually there's not a lot of rocks. It's not a big deal. But this year, a lot of the rocks were uncovered, which really screwed us.
Due to the runoff.
So anyways, we go around like a hard 90, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Too long ago when I was tired.
90 degrees.
Hard left 90, and all of a sudden the car just starts skidding. Where like the rear end was like 2 feet from like the cliff because it just dropped and skid.
It was like a dog dragging its butt on that one cheek.
Sure.
You know, when they got the worms.
So we got out and we're like, okay, great, we're gonna change another tire. this is great. Yeah. And unfortunately, the damage was just too much to be fixed. We tried using tow ropes. We tried using ratchet straps. We're not going to speak anymore to that other than we tried our fucking hardest.
We had a mechanical. There was... I mean, we reversed up this hill for over a mile.
We went
people were stopping
backwards up the course.
People were stopping, telling us we were going the wrong way, like we were idiots. And we're like, no, we're trying to finish in reverse.
And unfortunately, when everything happened, we lost our brake rotor and our hub.
Our brake rotor exploded.
We don't know where it is.
It is in the ionosphere, brother.
It is. Yeah. So that's MIA. Sorry, course workers course workers that had to clean it up.
I need Steve
here. But we had no brakes, so we decided...
Randy Macho Man Savage right there.
We decided to just call it a day because it wasn't safe at that point. It was close to like 2 a.m. We had started over 12 hours prior to that. And then no one was stopping to ask us if we were okay.
Some did.
Like 2 out of the like 20. Down. I literally thank God for my dad giving us space blankets all these years. But I had like 10 space blankets in our first aid kit. And when we started the race, it was over 100 degrees. And I swear I was going to freeze until I got that space blanket out. And then I was like, great, I've watched Naked and Afraid. I know they have none of the stuff we have here. But we're not naked. We're not afraid. We're going to get through this. And I was going to like rig up the cab, like the interior of the race car with space blankets to keep us warm. Mm-hmm. And then I just got one out and Colt said he wasn't cold. And so I curled up in a ball in the race car and passed out.
She was gone.
I have never been so tired. Like, I was falling asleep during the race and I was eating snacks. I was not hungry trying to stay awake because it was just such a long, taxing day.
It was gnarly. I mean, mentally, that had to be one of the hardest races we've ever done because it was just like...
Non-stop. All fucking day.
Just... fuck with you.
Here's a little issue. Here's a little glimmer of like hope that you figured out the issue. All day it was that cat and mouse. Like we have never worked so hard to get to the finish and to be so close. It was so shitty.
We're like, we're gonna be the first motherfuckers to ever finish in reverse, guaranteed.
I was so excited to be able to do that too.
Oh man!
And then we got in the rescue truck, and thank God for them. But I'm sorry, like we stunk. And I get in there, and I don't smell myself at that point. And Colt gets in, and I was like, wow, he really stinks. I feel bad for them. And then come to, like, 6:30, 7 a.m., we finally get to the finish line. It took them hours to tow us those last 15 miles. That's how messed up the course was. 15 miles. And
they had a truck with a cherry picker on the tow hitch.
Yeah.
And it was...
There it is. Get it. Oh. Okay, no, just let it be. And so it just took so long. So finally we get there. I don't even talk to anyone. I go straight to our truck. I sit in there to change out of my driving suit. And then I realize I stink.
She was a stinky guy too.
It was so awful. So I gave myself like a hobo shower with baby wipes. He loaded the car on the trailer, we loaded everything up, and then we drove all the way from Reno, all the way home. Got home here. Because the hurricane was coming, we had to get the race car up into the shop because the shop's up on top of the hill, and it's a like dirt horse trail to get up
Yeah,
here.
And it's like clay when you when it gets wet. It's nasty.
Yeah, and then we finally passed out and we're dead.
We were up over 30 hours.
Yeah, I've never smelled so bad. If you guys saw any of our videos from, like, right after the race / like, the next day, my voice doesn't even sound the same. I was so tired.
Yeah.
I mastered texting and navigating during that race because I was giving our pit constant updates. Like, it was nuts. I don't want to relive it.
No, we just moved past. And for the record, I wasn't cold except my ears.
Oh my god, I woke up and he was wearing his neck sleeve over
for my
head.
helmet. You know, little gaiters that you wear? I don't even know what the hell they're called, but the Nomex gaiters that go around the helmet.
Yeah. It was a nice hat.
Yep, had it around there. But I was so pissed and sad and all the emotions. And then it was like one of those cool moments because I'm just sitting there. She's passed out and all I can just see is stars. And I'm like, wow, this is beautiful.
But we got to say, or we get to say, that we slept
in the race car, because that famous saying, you can't drive a house.
Unless it's a motorhome.
That doesn't count.
Okay.
You can't drive a house, but you can sleep in a race car.
We did it. We are proof. Don't recommend.
Oh, just so you guys know, too, we found out what the issue is with the car.
We think. I don't want to say we found it out because we've said that multiple times.
Well, we better fucking figured it out, Rachel, because it was, like, very expensive to figure it out, to put something new in there. So it was the fuel cell bladder delaminated, and everything was just jacked up in there. So we have a brand new fuel cell, had to take all the wiring apart, had to take everything, the seats. I mean, the fuel cell in our car sits underneath our seats, so it's not like, oh, let's just take it out the back. No, you gotta
do everything.
By the way, you gotta drink because of my accent, but like you gotta pull everything. So,
but I got to repaint everything.
Yeah, because
so
we only had a month, probably a month with Sand Show turnaround.
Less than I don't know.
Thank
but we've
God!
Just been
Shout out to Dan at Lone Star, and shout out to Mark at Pyrotech for everything. and then Mike for suggesting it.
Yeah.
Mike Heller for getting us the parts that we need, getting us that fuel cell. We originally told it's going to take 6 to 8 weeks, and
they got it in
Dan
3, 4.
No, it was even sooner than that. It was like 10 days.
Yeah, once we got organized.
Yeah, so but I mean, they went above and beyond, and we can't say enough about Dan at Lone Star. Lone Star in general, like everybody over there, has always saw something in us and taken care of us. We don't
know what you guys see, but thank you.
Even when Rachel, Rick, and Andrea were racing ATVs, like that's all their quads had were Lone Star products.
They're not dead.
Sorry, they're not dead. They're not gone. They're not our RIP.
No.
So, yeah, just can't say enough about that. If you guys need quality UTV parts, go to lsracing.com. Like, you will not be disappointed.
Good people, good parts, good customer service.
And they were one of the first people in the game about Can-Am X3. And I'm sure that new Maverick R, they probably already have
so many
parts coming.
Yeah.
To be honest. So, thank you guys once again. Thank you, Pyrotech. We don't really know you that well, but what you did for Dan,
for us,
it was huge. So, thank you very much.
Yep. Anything else about Vegas, Reno? It's bad.
Fucker. God damn it, dude.
I got bit so many times last night, it doesn't even matter anymore.
I fucking hate mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Sons of bitches getting released on us, and then deadly diseases and shit, and just...
I survived West Nile.
Well, I don't know if we ever told you that. Rachel got bit by one of these assholes up here.
A year ago.
And she legit got tested, and she tested for fucking West Nile.
I tested multiple times, because I was joking, being a smartass, being like, I have West Nile, I feel like shit.
And she really did.
And then I was like, wait, I legit think I have West Nile, and I did.
Yeah. So... fuck mosquitoes. I don't even know what good they are. Like, it's just like wasps. Oh, so you don't fucking collect any pollen or anything, and your little stabby joint doesn't fucking come off like the bee? Like,
stabby joint.
What good is that? And they don't fucking die when they stab you.
No, they don't.
I love bees. Fuck wasps.
Why are you yelling at me?
I don't know.
Yell at the camera.
I'm just saying, like, do you guys think that... You tell me what good fucking mosquitoes are, like circle of life shit, and what good wasps are. I don't know if you've ever had like a swarm of wasps chase you, but it is the most terrifying fucking thing, especially when you're a kid and you're too lazy to pick up the fucking apples when you're mowing the lawn at your mom and dad's house, and all of a sudden those assholes are on the ground doing whatever they do to apples. I'm assuming they like sip on them because they don't do anything worth a fuck, and then you run one of them over, and then the whole nest comes at you, and then you're fucked. And then you're on the
nest, or is it a hive like bees?
And then you're fucked. because your lawnmower only does like fucking 8 miles an hour. So you ditch the lawnmower. It's probably still going in the backyard.
You can't run faster than 8 miles per hour.
That's not even that fucking fast. Usain Bolt's like 26,
I'd
so
like
I'm at least 15, 16 at a sprint, especially when my life's in danger.
We need a... Actually, I'll just drive next to you. We're going to test this out.
Can't be on a hill.
We'll go down the hill. I'll give you that. We'll go down the hill of our street, and we'll work on this.
I feel like I'm going to eat shit.
We'll probably do it after Silver State in case he eats shit, but someone remind us that Colt claims that he can run 15 or 16 miles per hour.
Fucking easily. For a short distance, I can fucking do that.
Okay.
You hear the owl?
Yeah, I heard the owl. Okay, anyways, back on track here.
Yep.
Take another drink. I don't even know what game we're playing here, but you guys should be drunk by now. Anyway, stop! God, I hate you so much! Sand show's coming up. We're super excited because System 3 is giving us a set of SS 360 tires to give away.
Well, we bought them. So...
Okay, well,
yeah.
They're helping us provide it.
Yes.
For this show. We bought a bear?
A bear?
I'm so tired. We bought a pair was what I was going to say, but we bought a set.
We bought a fucking bear.
We bought a set.
Give me that pink bear.
God, just stop. Anyways, if you're at Sand Show, every $20 that you spend in our shop, gives you one raffle ticket.
At our booth?
At our booth.
Mm-hmm.
One raffle ticket for every $20 spent.
You have to fucking buy it that day.
You have to buy it at the show. You have to be following us on Instagram. And please don't be that asshole that follows us and then walks away and hits unfollow, because that will make me very sad.
We're watching.
We are watching. And you have to live in the lower 48 states.
Sorry, Alaska, Hawaii.
Sorry about it. Anyways, we will draw for the winner of the set of tires on Monday. And yeah, we're excited. We have actually increased our designs and what we sell by like 8 to 10 designs since a year ago.
Can you do that?
Stop. So we've been working really, really hard. We should have a new youth shirt coming out and debuting at the show.
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, we're excited.
I always
about
get
that
excited
one.
about this shit, and we hope that you guys get excited about it, because like, oh, that's so cute, or that's so sick.
No one's really seen a handful of our stuff in person yet. So we have the Ducky. God, I need to go to sleep. We have the Dusty Cactus crop top that I've worn in past episodes.
Yeah.
We have the Dusty Cactus pullover. I'm not letting him talk. We have our new Don't Tread on Me tee, which is our race car, but instead of our tires, we have the snakes. We have performance hats. Not this one. This is a sample, and clearly they stitched the patch on wrong. Don't hate us. That's why it's a sample. We have performance hats for kids. We have performance hats for adults. We have straw hats. We have our new youth shirt coming out. Did I miss anything?
No.
Are you going to talk?
Well, I've been trying to. Have you ever seen The Land Before Time?
Why?
Ducky.
I get it. I'm tired. I can't talk.
I smell ducky.
Somehow I'm a speech therapist, and when I'm tired...
Watch this.
I can't do anything. Cool, bro. Should we just be done?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to go eat quesadillas.
No, that's what I ate for lunch.
What the fuck are we gonna eat?
I don't know. It's
8:32.
It's 8:32. I'm gonna eat nothing and go to bed. I'm not going to bed now. Let's be honest.
Chips and salsa.
I ate all the chips. I literally had quesadillas and chips for lunch. And I text Allie, my friend, and I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do for dinner? And she's like, pasta and butter. And I said, that's smart. But now that it's 8:32.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work and a lot of time. So, you can drink water.
Ice cubes. I'm going to eat ice cubes.
He's on the NPO diet.
Ice cube, baby. 99, baby. I'm on the grind, baby.
I don't even know what
They're going to copyright me.
I don't even know that.
You can do it, put your back into it.
Oh, I've never
You
heard
can do
that
it, put your ass into it. You can do it, put your back into it. I can do it, put your ass into it. Put your back into it, put your ass into it.
I'm sorry, guys. This was probably the worst podcast episode ever.
Yeah. But we're glad you're here.
Thanks for following along.
This is Colt Brinkerhoff at NPR News, and we will talk to you later. You guys are listening to NPR, it's fucking terrible. They talk like this, and, you know, they talk about Nigeria and football, and, like, not our football, like other football, and art, and, yeah, I can tell it's time to go.
All right, we should sign off now. Until Dust Do Us Part, episode maybe 5
or 6.
I think it's 6. But hopefully we check in sooner rather than later because I know we've been sucking at this. Sorry.
Yeah.
Race car problems.
Race car backwards is spelled race car.
That's what we should have told all the people that were telling us we were going the wrong way on the course. Well, aren't you guys fucking idiots?
Yeah.
Don't you know race car spelled backwards is race car?
Listen.
It doesn't matter which way we're going. Oh my
We're just
God.
that far ahead of you guys.
All right.
Like in the gene pool. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers, big ears.
We're out.
Peace out.
Girl Scout.